What up, folks? Shout out to another awesome trading and investing week. Hopefully, folks can find their way out of a loss review. It's not a good place to be. You have to do what the chart is saying. There are people that would love to get into this. There are a lot of people who are going to need a job moving forward. It's best to understand what assets, real world assets, are doing. It has everything to do with you. A lot of people, they just don't know this because we're not taught these things. So I do my best to say what I have to say to get people to understand. Oh, well, you have to talk a certain way. No, I don't have to talk a certain way. Even if I don't get through to people, it's fine. As long as I keep repeating the truth, because it's what we all need. I wish someone would have told me these things. I wish someone would have been as animated. You need to listen to this, right? We weren't taught any of these things. Even people that are in finance, like when I listen to social media, they're saying everything except what I'm saying. But they're supposed to be the professionals. Very strange. It starts with alerts. You don't have to put in a trade. You don't have to press the buy or sell button until you're confident and comfortable that the alert is going off in the right position. Once you can get comfortable with that, then you can apply what you've learned through placing your alerts in the proper locations. Does it mean we're going to win every trade? Not necessarily. But you can be over 65, 75, 85, 95% accurate. I show you my accuracy. So a lot of people can't keep up with me because they just don't want to do what the chart says. Some would say that my analysis is more for experienced traders. I believe my analysis is for all traders, newbies, because you have to understand price action. Before you can understand what's going on in the news and all these types of things. No, break it down to the very last basic element. Gold, Bitcoin, oil, natural gas, the stock market. Putting the alerts on all of those things and track them like a bounty hunter, right? No one can tell me that they can't do it. The only reason they would say they can't is because they don't know where to do it. Well, I get a WEBULL account. It gives you the ability to track commodities and companies. If you really want to start this, it starts with having free alerts, because some programs you have to pay for alerts, like TradingView. So with WEBULL, I can track everything that I talk about. That's why I talk about them, so that maybe the bell will ring in your head or the light bulb will click for you that, hey, I can do this too. Right. That's all I'm doing. I'm just passing it along, paying forward the proper information. A lot of people are not. If we want to pass these generational curses along about going to college and getting a job and all that shit we used to say back in the day, it's going to be back in the day when we used to be able to do that. You're setting up for failure. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like these jobs are coming back. So what are we going to college for? What were we going to college for back then? We were going to college to become slaves. It's a generational curse. So, of course, I have to come in and repeat these things. as much as I can. Maybe someone will stumble across the channel and hear this type of conversation. I'm not no professional market personality, or what do they call these people? Like working at Goldman Sachs or at what are these places? BlackRock, and these firms, Fidelity. These people that so-called are supposed to be so good, no, they get wrecked. But it's not meant for people to know what I'm talking about. It's not meant for them to know. That's why what I'm saying is not popular. It's not known. It's unknown. Like, well, if he's so good at it, then why doesn't he give us a donation? I'm giving you the donation. I'm giving you the knowledge. I'm giving you what you should be paying attention to. So it is frustrating because I'm watching people that are suffering. I used to be suffering. And I saw, man, there's got to be a way to win the game. You have to know that it's a game in the first place. It's a game. They're playing with us. They're literally playing with us. Every time you talk to someone, oh, I'm not to be played with. Don't play with me. Oh, that's what people be saying. But you've been played with your whole life. You're still being played with. You're going to be played with until you hop in the casket. What are you going to do about it? You're just going to accept it and just, I didn't figure it out until 45 years old. What was it? About 8 years ago? Yeah, about 44, 45. Right? That I need to be looking at a chart that has everything to do with me. Gold, silver, the metals, the cryptos, the stock market. It moves off the back of the people. You would want to know the dollar. Man, the interest rates. Wow. I didn't know. Total ignorance. So as much trash as I be talking, hey, look, I've been there. I know. I just came out of it. I wasted a whole lot of life doing the wrong things. So shout out to the people, because that's what we do it for, right? We see the VIX spiking, right? We see the fear and greed heading down to extreme fear. We're just in March. We know between March and April, that's when the extreme fear, it did it last year, right? It did it for COVID, right? That's just what happens. And the market makers, they know this. They know when the bottom's going to hit. This is all pre-planned. And no one is paying attention. They're looking at me like, oh, nobody's looking at his videos. Nobody's paying attention. Yeah, whatever. It has everything to do with you. People are going to be screaming uncle eventually, because people can't manage. They can't maintain financially. It's just going to get worse and worse. So, and I'll be here, talking about the numbers, because you can do it. I ain't nothing special. I mean, God chose me to present this information, and I gladly said, yes, I'll do it. And that's what I'm doing. So, but as we see the VIX spiking up, we see the stock market going down. And I chose the Dow Jones, right? And we see it bounced off the 200 EMA, purple, right? I talk about it all the time. If you don't know what the EMAs are, I'll explain it eventually. It's just a position on the chart. But we don't have EMAs without the price. The Dow Jones dropped from 50, 60, 50, 40, right? Well, if it's dropping from 50, where is it going? 40, 60, 50, 40. If 40 is not the bottom, then 15,000 is the bottom. That's the next discount. That's just how it goes. But if I catch the sell like I did, that means I'm taking the sell all the way down there so I can catch the buy. I'm selling to buy, because the market will always go up. It doesn't mean it won't drop. But if you can catch the drop, you can take the equity from that drop, turn around and put it on the buy, and let the buy go from 40 through 50 to 60, right? Now I can take this sell from 50 down to 40, catch the buy at 40, remove my sell at 50, and take 40 all the way through 50 up to 60 and triple my equity, quadruple. But I'm trading futures contracts. So I have to make this clear that I'm trading futures contracts. I can't hold this forever. These contracts expire month by month by month, right? So I have to figure my way in for January. The January contract expires, and then we go to the February contract. I got to figure my way in February, and then the February contract expires, and I got to figure my way in March for the next contract, the next contract, the next contract. I'm always getting new contracts. So I am a swing trader, right? Which means I hold my trades for extended periods of time, but they don't last forever. That's why I don't have the Bitcoin trade anymore. It expired. I caught Bitcoin down at 60,000, but the contract expired. So now I got to figure my way back into the Bitcoin trade. It's not at the bottom no more, so I can't trade that until it gets to a level that I want again, right? So consistency and persistency of doing things correctly. You have to know what's correct before you can do what's correct. You need somebody to tell you. Surround yourself with people who know. Now people who act like they know and think they know. Now people who actually know. I don't have to do the news. You can look at Garrett Soloway and Camel Finance and Clear Value Tax and these other, what do you want to call them? I guess you want to call them influencers. They do the news. I don't do the news. I listen to them for the news, and then I do what I do best. I follow the numbers, and then I promote that. They do their job. I do my job. It's the community of traders. That's what we do it for, right? So to beat the market, you must become the market. The market moves with integrity through the price. You have to know what the price is, right? You have to get an account. You have to get an application that will allow you to follow price so that you can prove to yourself that it's doing what it's doing. You're looking at the price that the whole world is looking at. And it moves with integrity. If you lack integrity, you're going to have a problem with things that move with integrity because you already lack integrity. And if you lack integrity, you're going to get wrecked in this game because this game moves off of integrity. Even though it's being manipulated, the price still moves with integrity. It's the basic scale of 100. You're not going to hear that nowhere else. I'm the only one that teaches that. And soon you'll be able to teach it if you take it seriously. Right? So again, stay out of loss review. I don't condone it. It's not going to benefit you because they're going to be talking about psychology when it's not a psychology thing. It's a price thing. Without the price, people wouldn't get wrecked and they wouldn't have to talk. They wouldn't have an opportunity to talk about psychology. So we'll be back at it Sunday, market open. We'll probably talk about cryptos a little later on. And I guess I'll holler at you on the next one. Hey.